Hello again, everyone. This is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. We're going to get right back into talking a little bit more in depth about credit cards. And once again, I want to welcome Steve Young to the show. He really is not just the recipe guy, but he's the money guy too. I do like to consult with him every now and then. So listen, let's talk some more. And question number one for Steve is this. What is the difference between
so
a
much, Steve.
secured
Now, another
credit
question.
card
What
versus
are
an
the possible
unsecured
pitfalls
credit card?
of having
Here we
too
go.
many credit cards?
Difference between a secured credit card and an unsecured credit card is a secured credit card is where you establish what your credit limit is going to be. Meaning, if you put $500 as a credit line on there, that's what you have to work with. A unsecured credit card is a credit card you get from a bank or a credit union, and they're the ones that establish what credit line they give you. A secured credit card is good, especially if someone is trying to reestablish credit all over again, or from the beginning if you're a youth or you're younger and you want to have some line of credit to your name.
Thanks so much, Steve. I really appreciate that answer. Here's another important question. Why is it so important to maintain a good, or at the very least, a decent FICO score? Can you let us know?
A good FICO score is very important because if you want to buy a car, you want to buy a house, you want to get a signature loan, you have to have a decent FICO score. A decent FICO score is usually between 670 and 700. Everybody, whether you like to use cash and or a debit card, has to have some type of credit history under your belt. It's important to have a decent FICO score. Oh, it also has to do with what kind of interest you'll pay on, or I should say it has to do with the insurance premiums that you pay on your home and your car as well. When you think about something with somebody having a low FICO score, they get a high interest rate, or somebody with a high credit score and a low interest rate, the person with the lower credit score buying the same exact house is going to pay almost twice as much for it when it's all and said and done.
So, Steve, a question. What are the pitfalls of having too many credit cards, if any?
Having too many credit cards or open lines of credit can actually work against you rather than for you. You can have good income, an 800 plus credit score, or in the stellar range, and if you have too many open lines of credit to try to apply for a loan, it cannot be in your favor. That's why I always say if you have to have credit cards, I would keep it right around 3. And I would use each one of those credit cards for a certain thing. One credit card could be for groceries, your second card could be for gas and say car repairs, and your third credit card, if you like to do this, is use the third card to pay your utilities and mortgage with, or rent if you rent.
Thank you, Steve, so much. Another question. Why is it so important to stay current on a deferred payment program?
Well, the reason why you want to stay current on a deferred program when it comes to a credit card is this reason right here. All right, let's say you go and you buy a mattress or furniture or a real top of the line 60-inch 4K television. But you don't have any payments until June 2023. Well, the rate is also at 0. I don't want to leave that out. I highly recommend making those payments now and have it paid off by June 2023. Why, do you ask? Whatever balance you have remaining on June 2023, it's also calculating on the back burner at 25, 26, 24%, the normal APR. So if you still owe $300 and $500 of interest accrues in the background, they're going to tack that on, and now you owe $800. So it's best to stay on top of your payments, make the payments from day one, and pay it off by the last date or statement.
So, Steve, thank you so much for your wonderful answers and for taking the time with these important questions. You know, credit cards are a thing that people use every day, but I get the impression sometimes that many times people really don't understand a few facts about credit cards. And you were so kind to offer these wonderful answers. And I really do appreciate your time, Steve. And I appreciate everybody's time. Thank